Uh-oh. Okay, I think I'm back. Well, that was weird. Okay, part 2. Take 2. So hopefully you guys will find me back. Oh my goodness sakes. We're just going to continue where we left off. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this in YouTube. There'll have to be a part 1 and a part 2. Anyway, these are our shimmer pens, and they will be available in all 5 of our in colors. Hopefully I'll see you guys coming back. So what you'll want to do when you open them, like I said, there's a little white gizmo in there. You'll want to unscrew this, remove the little white piece that's in there, and then put this back together and start to squeeze it. And there's actually a little area here where you can squeeze for, it's like a little tiny pump for it to go from the barrel to the tip of your pen and then play. I feel really bad. I've lost you guys. Come back. Anyway, and to show you, it's like I said, more of a shimmer than it is a glitter, and it's beautiful. Oh, Lordy. Okay, we're just going to continue rocking and rolling. So, what we're going to play with today. See, this is what happens when I talk too much. Then Facebook apparently disconnects me. So today what we're going to be creating with is the Bloom Boutique Suite. Like I said, featuring all 5 brand new in colors. And I wanted to show you, see, we're going to need this. So there's Scallop Blooms, which has all sentiments. I love the mix of the fonts. You guys know me and my font addiction. Welcome back as you guys come back. And then also with the Scallop Blooms, there are these beautiful dies. Check these out. If you guys like scallop circles, definitely going to want these on your wish list. I apologize. I don't know how I got zapped. And then down here, there's a few more dies that go along with the collection. So loving Scallop Blooms. And then also in this double suite of product, or double bundle of product, it's a suite. It's Boutique Blossoms. And let me show you the dies for that. So we're using the full suite of product. I am so sorry, Nancy, lost you guys. When will the shimmering brushes be available? Good question. So from what I have been reading, they're supposed to be available on Tuesday when the catalog goes live. This is one of those items too, along with like that Silly Old Bear suite of product. I think this is going to be something everybody's going to want to grab up. I know it's something I'm really looking forward to getting. So I'm hoping that the news I've received is correct. So first thing on Tuesday, if you want these little guys, make sure to grab them. So I'm like, oh, wouldn't this be great if we had them in all of our colors? Well, I can dream, right? But at least we'll have them in the 5 new in colors. So they're going to be fun. So I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed, that the information is correct and that we'll be able to grab these on Tuesday when the catalog goes live. The other thing, too, that I played with a bit during the virtual album retreat is this. It doesn't look like much. He's got a lot of bang for his buck, though, in these little, and it's a set of 2 when you order them, and this is the white gel pen. I happened to grab it because it was with the virtual album retreat, so we were using both of these. This little thing here has a lot of punch. I'm really digging using this too. I don't think we'll use it today. We'll see. Maybe I'll just add a little something. But anywho, great question. And so this is the other part of the double bundle suite collection. Say that 10 times fast. So we're using that on the cards today as well. Okay, what else? I think we're to the point of getting crafty. I know I talked an awful lot, but I really wanted, let's see here. really wanted to cover that information. And also, before we get started on our crafty portion, I do also want to show you some of the cards that I have made from this suite, a product that features all 5 in colors. So the dies are so much fun. I love that they do the, what do I want to call it? They don't completely cut, but they make those images within, like embossing, so to speak, but it's not really embossing. It's actually cutting, I guess. But anyway, beautiful. And these are all the dies and images that I use from the same suite that we're going to play with. The scallop circles, loving those. And this one here, and I took a little bit of a blending brush with some ink just to color those up a little bit more. And this one here. Isn't that pretty? Love. I absolutely just love this suite. Okay, so I was so happy to be able to showcase it today. So here's the first card we're going to make today. I'm going to take my little cheat sheet off the back. Hopefully I didn't forget any measurements for you guys. So again, Bloom Boutique Suite. Let's see here. And I did use, you know what? Yeah, this is the Lazy Daisy embossing folder. So it isn't the large flower, it's the smaller flower, and that's also what I use on those butterfly cards. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So let's go ahead and start creating here. I have a lot of bits and pieces. So this is Crisp Cantaloupe. Actually, this is a returning color. I can't remember what year it was, but we did have this for a while, and then it went away, and now all of a sudden it's reappeared like magic. Okay, and then we also have our larger piece of Crisp Cantaloupe. I do too, it's beautiful. And this is 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. I forgot to grab a piece, but you might want to cut a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of white, basic white, for like a liner inside your card. Apparently I forgot that. And then this is Peaceful Pine. And let's see, the Peaceful Pine is cut at 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. I know those 8ths, they're hard for me. I like to call the 8ths and the 16th of an inch. This is new to me, like the long eyelash and the short eyelash. Hello, Darla. Oh my goodness, how are you? It is good to see you. Happy Sunday crafternoon. This piece of Crisp Cantaloupe is 5 by 3 3/4, and again it was ran through with the Lazy Daisy embossing folder. So I'm going to go ahead and do some layers, maybe if I can find my glue. So I know I've shared this in the past, but for anybody who's new, this looks really grungy. It has a lot of icky on it, but it works. But I bought these bottles on Amazon with a fine tip glue or a fine tip nozzle, but multi-purpose liquid glue is what I put in them. So our green glue, multi-purpose glue, is in here. This thing has a mind of its own, and I used to hate this stuff. I'm just going to be honest. I didn't like it because it came out so fast, and I would get so sticky, messy, and everything would stick to me. And then one of my team members shared this with me, and I was like, that is brilliant. And now I have a whole new love for multi-purpose liquid glue because I can actually control what comes out of the nozzle. It's not clumping out at me all the time. But anyway, so we're going to take these 2 pieces and put them onto the front of the card base. And then I chose some of the beautiful Designer Series paper, and I cut them into rectangles, and they are 1 3/4 by 2.5 inches each. Here's the back side. Ooh, that would be pretty too, wouldn't it? That's gorgeous. Love that hydrangea hue. And we are just going to go ahead, and I call it Kitty Wampus. Oh, and look at the gold on that. So pretty. Anywho, I know I get distracted easily. But we're just going to go ahead and kind of scatter them like such and glue them on there. So let's go ahead and do that. And I just have 3 cards for you guys today, and they're nothing over the top, nothing that's difficult. Just, like I said, wanted to do a little bit of creating with you and not just talk, which I seem to be really good at. Oh, goodness. Let's see here. Glue that one. And I want to tuck that one under and put that one up a little bit. And then our ribbons, too. We have ribbons in all 5 in colors. And they are soft and pliable and easy to tie. I need to try those glue. You do. It's the greatest little invention ever. They have several different sizes, but just anything that's got a fine tip on it, I tell you, it rocks my world. It has changed the game completely. And then also, this is I believe it's the dark. Yes, the dark crisp cantaloupe Stampin' Blends. And I'm just going to quickly go ahead and color these cute little flowers from that set. I stamped them in Memento Black on our basic white and cut them out with the dies. Let's see here. I should have actually done this ahead of time, but you know, this way I get to hang out with you guys just a couple more minutes longer. There we go. All right, perfect, good enough. And then I also have a piece of basic white, and I want to use Peaceful Pine for our sentiment. Look how easy that opens. I love it. And also I noticed when I do stack these ink pads together, I mean, it's not like they're not going to pull apart from each other, but usually if I'm working with several colors with our other ink pads, I'll have them on my craft table, and before you know it, they tumble over and it's just a hot mess. What's nice about these, they stick together. Like they just stay together. They behave themselves. They stay in a pile, which is really cool. Okay, I need Thinking of You, I believe. Yep, right there. Another little helpful tip with these, and I always forget to share this. These photopolymer stamps, you can manipulate them, and if you wanted to make like an arch with them, you could. So what I always like to do is like to throw them out on my glass mat, let them go ahead and go back to their shape, and then go ahead and stick them to my block. That way I know I have it on there straight-ish. And then as far as these new ink pads, because they're a felt pad, you're going to want to, I call it walking on your ink pad, just to make sure that you did ink up your entire stamp. And give it a little bit more pressure. Oh my goodness, those are stuck together. And I cut 2 of these, by the way, because I know me very well. And in case I make a boo-boo, I have a spare. By the way, this is cut at, what is it cut at? 3 1/4 by 3/4 inches for our sentiment. And we're going to go ahead and ink that up. Oh, perfect. A little goobery on the G, but that's okay. All good. Clean that up before I get it on my off-white shirt. That would not be a good thing, would it? Okay, we're going to set that aside. And then I want to put the sentiment on with dimensionals. So what have you guys been up to this weekend, this past weekend? Actually, it still is the weekend. Have you been doing anything fun? Maybe creating a little bit? Darla, what have you been up to, my friend? It's been a hot minute since I've seen you. It's good to see you. And then, whoops, I already tied my bow. And I'm going to use my mini glue dots. Let's see here. And whoops, hopefully. Oh my goodness. Stick on there. There we go. I got it now. And then for these little flowers, I'm going to go ahead and put them on with dimensionals. They're big enough that the regular size dimensionals should fit on the back. Oh, these nails, okay. I I am needing to get my nails done tomorrow because I let them grow a little too much. And they're not the most practical thing for crafting. Let's put it that way. I feel like I'm on the struggle bus with them. Okay, there we go. And then what I want to do is I've used a lot of these, obviously. These are the 2628 in color dots, and they are adhesive backed. Let's see, where is my take your pick tool? They are beautiful, and they're pearlized, I guess is the word. Just got back from Paris. Oh my gosh, I'm jelly. How fun is that? Super cool. It is a beautiful place. I hope you had a really good time. I would love to go back there someday. You know, after a couple of the incentive trips that I've earned, the mister he's not real keen about traveling long distances in a paper tube, as he calls it. So I don't know if I could get him to go back there or not. All right, that is card number 1 of 3, featuring these beautiful new ink colors. Let's go ahead and go to the next. Let's see, where did I put them? Oh, it's right in front of me. Silly me. This is the next card we're going to make. And get all my bits and pieces here. All right, so first of all, I'm using basic white thick cardstock, and again, the piece is 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Thanks, Nancy. And again, I've used the Lazy Daisy embossing folder. I love white on white. Thank you so much, and I'm glad you had a good time. You deserve it. And we're going to go ahead and layer these together. I think when you do embossing on white and layer it on white, it's just such a, I don't know, it's elegant. That's the word I was looking for in my brain. It's very elegant. Okay, we're going to go ahead and, oops, I think I'm shaking the whole table. Sorry about that, guys. You were like, whoa, hold the phone. I'm getting a little seasickness here. Emotions going on. All right, so we're just layering those together. By the way, this piece that I layered is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we're going to take these 2 pieces and layer them together. And again, look at that. Isn't that beautiful with that gold foil in the paper? And this is Golden Glow. Give you guys some measurements here. The Golden Glow cardstock is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And the Bloom Boutique Designer Series paper is 3 by 4. So we're going to go ahead, glue these together with the multi-purpose liquid glue. And then I'm going to attach this layer onto the card base with dimensionals. There we are, just like so. Peel these little puppies off and eyeball it, centering it on your card. And then I have the flowers that I stamped and cut in advance with the dies and stamped a Memento Black on basic white. And I'm going to grab my golden, whoa, I almost had a catastrophe. In fact, I'll tell you what, let me take a moment. I don't want to get ink on my white card base. That would be not good. Okay. The rest of it I can just wipe off on my jeans. Do you guys do that? The jeans are darker than the ink, so, you know, it's all good. And then going to take my blending brush, move this right aside so I don't get a little bit too wild here. Ink that up. And I'm just gonna, you know, like I said, I am a lazy crafter, and I also have found there are two things that I'm not good at. One of them is fussy cutting. I do not fussy cut very well, and that's why they make dies, a scan and cut, and other things. But anyway, and the other is coloring. I don't color very well. I don't know why. I just don't like my coloring. So I have found that the next best thing is to use blending brushes with your ink and just doing it this way. It's much easier, it's quicker, and yeah, and it makes me happy. So anyway, we're just adding a little bit of golden glow to the flowers here. I've also found, if you guys have this glass mat, this glass mat is awesome as far as with blending. It doesn't, how do I want to put it? It's hard to explain. It doesn't clump, like, I don't, mark up. What is the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Maybe I should be quiet while I'm ahead. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this, we're going to wipe this off. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Just what you want to show on your live, Dawn. We're going to go ahead and make sure that that's dry. There we go. The other nice thing is it cleans up really quickly, which I love. Okay, so we're going to arrange these little guys. In fact, I end up having an additional flower, and I actually like, I think this one better. So we'll save this for a rainy day. I'm going to go ahead and attach these with dimensionals. Let's see here. Put them on like so. And like that. And just eyeball where you'd like to have them on your card. I purposely put them on dimensionals, not only for a little bit of dimension, you know, to add interest to my card, but also because I'm going to take these leaves, and by the way, they are like a two-step stamping, which I love, because again, saves me time on not having to color if I don't want to. And I'm going to use my multi-purpose liquid glue, and we're going to tuck them underneath there, so that also is easier to do if you have them popped up on dimensionals. So we're going to go ahead and stick one there. I'm trying to use the rule of odd number and rule of threes. And this one down here, like so. And then, of course, knowing me, I cut two of these, but you only need one for your sentiment. And this is cut at 2 1/4 by 3/4 inches. And I need the "You Are a Blessing." Let's see here. There it is, right in front of my eyeballs. Okay. And go ahead and, whoops, take that off. And we're going to use, whoa. You know, I sometimes am like throwing things around quickly. The one thing I have noticed with these magnetic pads is they do want to stick. So it's like trying to pulling them apart in a quick manner. Okay, I'm going to move this right out of the way so I don't have a mishap. And again, we're going to walk our stamp on the felt pad. And go ahead and, whoops, I'm right out of your vision here, aren't I? Perfect. All right. Clean that before I get my elbow in it. Okay. And bring in my card. I think I'm just going to attach this with multi-purpose liquid glue, like I did on the sample. And the beautiful ribbon. Bring back my mini glue dots. These things are always so hard to see. It's like the light has to hit them just right. Or I'm getting old, one of the two. But I like the first idea. I don't want to admit that I'm getting old. You've been thinking about the glass mat. Yeah. Oh, happy Mom's Day to you too. You know, this glass mat, I wasn't really sure about it, but the more I use it, the more I'm loving it. I just have to remember, especially if I'm using ink and blending and things like that, that I clean it before I go to the next step. That has been my biggest learning curve with it, but it cleans so easily and so quickly, but it's just remembering to do it, right? Because otherwise you are going to have a hot mess because ink does not dry on this glass mat, which is, it has that good and bad to that. So as long as you can remember that, then you're golden. But yeah, it could be a mess also if you don't remember to clean it and you're in the middle of a project. That could be bad. Okay, so there is card number 2. And I have just one more for you guys. See here, put that there, grab this one. And for this one, I used one of the scallop circles. Now this one, so it's like, I think every other one in the set has stitching around the scallops, which are beautiful, kind of like the stylish shapes that have the stitching. So pretty, and I love that. And of course, one of my favorites, Hydrangea Hue, is featured along with Barely Blush and Peaceful Pine. I still get like brain block when I think of these in color names, but I'm getting there. Okay, so first of all, we have a piece of the Hydrangea Hue, cut it 8.5 by 5.5 and scored it 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of Basic White, which is 5 1/4 by 4 for the liner in my card. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there first, get it right out of the way. And then I have a piece of the Bloom Boutique designer paper. And that side's so pretty, I hate to put glue on it, but we're gonna. This piece is cut at 4 by 5 1/4 or 5 1/4 by 4. There we go. And put it on the card front. All right. And then we have these two pieces, some more Hydrangea Hue cardstock and the designer series paper of Bloom Boutique. Give you guys some measurements on that. So the Hydrangea Hue is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4, and the designer series paper is cut at 4 by 3. And we're going to layer these together. What I like about these layouts is that they're pretty generic as far as the layouts themselves. A lot of times I like to use card sketches because they get me out of a bind when I don't feel real, when I have a creative brain block. That's what I was trying to say. Darla, I say get it. You deserve it. Happy Mom's Day to you, right? Just go ahead and get the glass mat. Tell the mister I said, you deserve it. Go ahead and get it. I'm going to go ahead and, obviously, I put dimensionals on there. And we're going to layer it to the front. Oh, I got a guy that doesn't... These things, I find them everywhere. They're in the bathroom, between the sheets. I don't know. They go everywhere. Okay. Let's see. Oh, again, I cut a couple of these scallops out because in case of emergencies. And the flower, I'm going to go ahead and color. Let's see here. Looks like I used Barely Blush. So let's get that one. Barely Blush. I'm going to move this right out of the way, just in case of mishaps. And we're going to go ahead and just lightly again color. And again, there's two-step stamping in this set. So I already did the leaves, so we don't have to worry about those. And the leaves are in Peaceful Pine. There we go. That looks good. Okie dokie. And then the other thing we're going to do, I always like to do all my stamping first if I can. Whoops, we got a dimensional backing that does not want to go into the garbage can. Okay, so I need thank you. And let's see here, grab this block. And we will use Peaceful Pine again. I think that'll show up best on that Barely blush. Let's see here. Walking my stamp. Perfect. Oh, I love when things work out. That's always a good thing. Oh, there you go. There you go. I'm with you on that one. It is a needed, for sure. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on with dimensionals. Like so. And again, I'm going to go ahead and put these leaves on with multi-purpose liquid glue. Give them a little tuck underneath the flower. Whoops. And this one here. And we'll put this one, I don't know, right about here-ish. That looks good. And again, the sentiment with the scallop circles. I think these guys are going to be a wantable. Like, scallop circles are just a good staple to have in your crafting arsenal, right? Okay, and let's see here. Put that on like so. And I just decided it had to have a bow. And listen, look at that. It's such a beautiful ribbon. And of course the colors are Chef's Kiss, right? Okay, there we are. And there we go. And again, bring in my little in color dots. And on this one I used the butterflies. Let's do that. Give you guys a better look at these. So they're technically called, see, 2628 in color butterflies. They are so stinking cute. I've used half of them already. And let's see here. What color should we use? I use the Peaceful Pine. I tell you what, we'll go ahead. We'll use Peaceful Pine again. Why not? They really stand out that way against that pattern paper. And we'll use a little baby over here. I think I'm going to put them right on the flower. And I think we'll use another big guy down here. There we go. All right. So let's bring them all back. Let's see. So this one and this one. And I want to make sure I put my little cheat sheets on the back again so I can keep those. Anyway, so there you go. That is, again, the Bloom Boutique suite of product that features all 5 of the in colors. Again, the catalog will go live on Tuesday. The join offer to join the Chalet Stampers and the Stampin' Up! Family, that happens on Tuesday. We have 2 new kits in our kits collection that will be available on Tuesday. And also the new May 2026 online exclusives go live on Tuesday as well. And again, don't forget that on Tuesday and Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern time right here. I will do a Facebook Live. We're going to do a little catalog kickoff party because I'll be able to show you the inside of the book at that time. I have a lot of samples to show, all those fun things. So I'm really excited about that. I hope you guys have a really good day and the rest of your weekend. Thanks for joining me. For those that I kind of lost in the mist, I'm sorry that somehow we were zapped. I don't know why Facebook disconnected us, but anyway, we make do with what we have, right? But I will see you Tuesday and Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks again, you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.